Here's a follow-up. People in central Illinois have mixed feelings about Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger voting to impeach President Donald Trump. WCIA 3's Bryce Bement joins us now. Bryce, a lot of people you spoke to have strong opinions about this.
Yeah, most I talked to are upset because Kinzinger represents them, but they say his vote does not reflect their viewpoint.
Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger was one of just 10 House Republicans to vote yes to impeach President Donald Trump. The impeachment came after riots at the U.S. Capitol.
Not only has the president abdicated his duty to protect the American people and the people's house, he invoked and inflamed passions that only gave fuel to the insurrection that we saw here.
After the vote, Kinzinger released a statement saying, quote, "This is not a vote I took lightly, but a vote I took confidently." He went on to say that it is sobering, but he is at peace with his decision. But are the people he represents at peace with it? We headed out to Gibson City, part of Kinzinger's district, to hear what they had to say. Some agreed with him, like a very spoken.
We already battling like race issues, and he just put fuel on the fire that was already burning. So
he went on to say he was not surprised some Republicans voted to impeach.
He's done a lot of disrespectful things and got a lot of people's feathers ruffled.
But the majority of people I spoke with disagreed, including Stephen Ebling. He believes what Kinzinger did was wrong.
I didn't like it, and I don't stand for it.
But his problem isn't just with Kinzinger. It's also with other Republicans who didn't stand by the president.
You've got people who are just never Trumpers, and they're in the Republican parties.
The impeachment trial now heads to the Senate, who are on recess until January 19th. Two-thirds majority would have to vote yes to find President Trump guilty. Back to you.
Bryce, thanks. President Trump's now the only president to have been impeached twice. He's one of 3 presidents to have been impeached at all. This includes Bill Clinton in '98 and Andrew Johnson in 1868.